Chilly out here, but I thought I'd pop in, say hi to you guys. Feel free to say hi so I know that you're here. Kind of helps keep the conversation going too. So I wanted to do this because 4 years ago today, my uncle, or and Daniel had passed away. And it's been 4 years. And looking back over the past 4 years, I've noticed some changes in people. People are a little bit more open about some of the struggles that we're going through. And also, people still have some struggles. I'm a teacher. We're going through different things. I believe the freshmen are coming through. And the different struggles that we have had over the um, I still feel like I have long COVID. I struggle. I just woke up from a nap, and sometimes I have brain fog. It also gets confusing. Like, am I just getting older? What's going on? Some of these symptoms that you have post COVID. But my cousin was 30 years old, and just the kindest soul. And it's really sad how many people we have lost. I was talking to one of the adults at my school, and she had lost her partner during COVID. And I know a lot of us have struggled in the last 4 years. I've lost my father, my grandfather, and my daughter had a major injury, just a lot of things. So, how are you guys doing post COVID? I know some of us have lifelong issues, some people still don't have their sense of taste or smell, but there's all these struggles that we're going through, and I just wanted to check in with you guys, see how you're doing. I do open this forum up to anybody who wants to do a podcast with me. Sometimes getting your feelings out will be helpful, and get some support from this community. So feel free to help each other through this time. Make some new friends. I have a YouTube channel and some other channels too where people connect with each other through social media and can become friends. So definitely be careful with social media. Make sure you vet the people to make sure that they're safe, but online chatting, things like that, don't send them money. They don't need your money. They just need your love. So I've been pretty blessed. There's pros and cons to everything. Um, you know, uh, my mother was very generous and gave us a lot of some of my father's belongings, some of her things, and you know, um, there's a connection. Just seeing things that I have my father's canoe, and it just brings back memories. How one little item can bring back so many memories and connect you. There's when people are gone, they're still a part of us, and the way we handle it, the way we look at it. I know. I believe it was one of my daughter's friends. This one lady, she had lost her child just a few hours after she had it, and she felt so blessed to have just those few hours. And I've had some miscarriages, and that's hard to go through. Sometimes you wonder, would I have been better off knowing my child, or which is harder? And it's not a competition of which is harder, but her perspective on it, to feel so blessed. And I don't know, they were boys or girls, those kind of things. So we all cope in different ways. And I see, who is that? Hi, Chloe. Good to have you, Chloe. How's your day going? It's pretty cold. I just bought a lake house, and I'm so excited to get out on the lake. And it's just too cold to do that. So I'm hoping in the next month it warms up. I don't know where you guys live. You're doing good. That's good to hear. Um, but yeah, we're just talking. I realized that today is the day 4 years ago that my cousin had passed from COVID, and he was gone way too young, 30 years old. So we never know when our time is. Make amends with people that you need to make amends with. Move on from people that you don't. There's some cardinals. Oh, there's some cardinals in the garden next to us. And so, Chloe, I'm glad you're here. Usually a lot more people join in, so it's really cool seeing people from all over the world. Some of them might be in a different time zone right now, so I'm not sure if they'll join us. And this summer, though, is going to be a good summer. I want to go on some adventures with you guys, kind of do like virtual field trips, and just get out there and enjoy life again. I know for a long time with COVID, we couldn't go anywhere. So some of us got depression or seasonal depression with passing of winter. But getting out there, I know sometimes it's hard to get out there when you've been going through a hard time. You say, I am the only person in here. That means you're number one. So yeah, that's sometimes a bonus. I teach all different subjects online, and I teach them to kids. But sometimes the kids in the beginning are like, "Oh, I'm the only one here," and I make it like a princess party if it's a girl, or just a special day, and it turns out really nice sometimes when it's just one-on-one. So. Um, what have you been doing in life? Any adventures you're looking forward to doing? Anything that scares you that you will never do? I will never skydive. I would love to go on one of those controlled air tunnel things where they float you up. I would love to do that, but I will not go skydiving. I break too easy. Get to go see you soon. That would be nice. Come on over. Yeah, that would be great. Or are you scared to death to come see me? Was that the answer? But yeah, it's going to be a good summer. Like I said, my father had passed away, and I just got a canoe. They're going to give me a rowboat. Um, and a friend of mine's talking about a speedboat. So I have to set this up better. I ruined one. I have two phones. This is my backup phone, charging my normal phone. This is a better camera, I think, but I busted off. I've had this for a couple of years where it pops out and you can hold it. But my phone holder kept popping. I pinched myself. I risked my life to talk to you guys. But kind of sad about this. Oh, man, it's so funny. I was going to do my nails before I popped on. But the sun's going to go down. So I'm like, no, I just need to do this now. So dang it, you did see my nails. Uh, but sometimes I went zip lining recently, and it turned out to be so amazing, and I would do it 1,000 times over, but I was scared before I did it. I want to go whitewater rafting again. I haven't done that since, was it 10th grade, so I was probably about 14, 15 years old. That was fun. And it's interesting, though, when I popped out of the raft, that was a little scary. My body has a certain defense mechanism, which I don't know how good it is. Maybe I play possum. I remember the raft going up, and it kicked me out of the boat, and I fell underwater. And I don't remember coming until my head was above the water. And of course, my hair got wet, so I know I was under. You can feel the water on your face. But I black out. I also had a really severe broken leg. I fell down the stairs. I was holding my daughter, and to make sure she didn't get hurt, I threw my body back, broke my elbow, and it landed on my leg and broke my leg like completely apart. Spiral fractures, cracks, but I blacked out. My parents are like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I passed out. Also, I'm a burn victim. I blacked out. I remember walking up to the barbecue, and then all of a sudden I'm in the front yard. So from the backyard to the front yard to the injury, I don't remember it. So our minds are fascinating. But there's one thing I wanted to talk. What does it say? Back. What? Back what? Back. It can mean so many things. There was one person, I guess some spam messenger things, and they said, "You age." The letter U for YOU. You age. And I think I teach English as a second language. I think this person was a foreigner, and they were trying to ask me what my age was. And so I'm like, well, be careful using English the way you're using it, because it's kind of like, there's no punctuation. And I'm like, are you trying to tell me that I've aged? Which is fine. I mean, if you want, it's not nice. But if you want to tell me it, I can handle it. But so they said you age, and I'm like, well, what do you mean? And they never corrected it. But then they said you size. They wanted to know my size. And I started thinking about that, on how we connect with people. I shut it down. I unfollow, because I'm a social media person. I have a lot of people that I don't necessarily know. But yeah, oh geez, I agree. So I ended up unfollowing, unfriending. I didn't block, but they sent me another message. And I was like, oh. So I had to do that. I don't have the best eyesight unless I wear glasses. Sometimes it's a hassle to find your glasses just to block someone, but anyways, but the communication, it was interesting that there was no connection. Even so, I didn't want a connection with this person, but if I did, they're just asking questions. They're not getting to know me. They're asking about, um, age, which I guess is about me, but not always. Sometimes it's about people put a value on that sometimes, which is kind of sad. And then what size I was. They didn't say, how are you doing today? They didn't share any of their experiences. So it's just, be careful with all the people out there online. 'Cause there's definitely so many scams. And I heard too, I was watching CNN, but some people have been fraudulently brought to different countries. To age's wisdom, I am getting wiser and wiser. To be honest, I'm book smart, but I'm not street smart. I need to learn street smarts. So uh, that's a challenge. That's a challenge. Sometimes I trust too much or give people the benefit of the doubt too much. And there's a whole world out there that we don't know about. So I like my little naivety, but that can get you in trouble sometimes too. So who is that? Skywolf, good to have you here. So, like I said, we're getting more and more people. Feel free to join in, interact with each other. This is a community where we can, really get to know each other, build. And it's going to be a good summer. I hope you guys join me for that. There's going to be some adventures. You're going to see me fix up my house, which so far isn't haunted. I did a little video, is my house haunted, because I had this big box of treasures, and I went through it. So feel free to look at that. You can see my dog walking in the background. That's Dixie, best dog in the world. She's so sweet. She does not want to leave this house. I've been here about 3 weeks. Only spent 3 nights. There's a Dixie. Oh, and it was interesting too. You'll hear me call her the Dixie. And my friend was over and asked why I call her the Dixie. What do you guys think? I started analyzing it. I think the Dixie is like the top. There's nothing else. Or am I deep personifying her? So, you're welcome. You're welcome so much. So some challenges. I want to do some cooking things. If you guys want to challenge me to do certain things, I will have a murder mystery thing that I'm going to, and I have to dress up as a certain character. I'll share my costume, my hair, and share. Those cardinals are beautiful. I'm not really a bird watcher, but I've had Orioles, cardinals, your basic sparrows, or whatever those are. There's 2 beautifully red cardinals, and I got some cool fish here that I've never seen before. What is it, yellow perch? It might not be something exciting to you guys, but it's a fish that I've never seen before. What do you guys do if you go fishing? Do you guys eat fish? So I don't have a problem when you eat the fish, but I don't like fish. So that's why I think it would be fun to fish, but I'm not going to eat it. So I don't know. But I think this summer there's going to be some fishing. Those dads, have you seen those dad joke guys where they just sit out on the dock or on the water and they're just talking about different dad jokes? So at school, I'm going to try to remember the dad joke that they started our meeting with. We had to stay after school today, but it was what, and it's going to be different because I can't remember exactly, but what did one piece of land say to the other piece of land when it started to rumble? Something like that. And he goes, "It's not my fault." Get it? Fault line. Anybody have any dad jokes? Been thinking about my dad a lot, lately, because over the weekend, the siblings kind of split the material goods, and I have some flower seeds that I planted from his funeral, and I'm hoping that they grow so my daddy's here with me. So you do eat fish, Sky Wolf says. You go fishing, but I always feel so bad killing the fish, I know. I saw this one video, it was the cutest little thing though, where this little boy, he's all excited, he's holding his fish, and he's like, oh, 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 he's super excited, the fish wiggled right into his mouth, so I feel so bad, right into his mouth. Fishing, I'm sure it can be exciting, and that's part of, like, my channel deals with like narcissism, mental illness, and also I really do want to talk about how there's different perceptions on things. Sometimes it isn't a narcissist, or sometimes it's somebody with a different challenge or mental illness. Um, but dopamine. So fishing connects with the dopamine, where it's intermittent reinforcement, and that's why people get so into hunting and fishing, even gambling, but you never know when it's going to happen. So you sit out there in the anticipation. They've had studies too on if you tell somebody no as opposed to maybe, because maybe has that anticipatory effect to it, and then it's a harder letdown as opposed to just no. So there's ways that we can communicate, keep ourselves safe, keep others safe, and we have to take care of each other. We get so frustrated with each other. I don't know. It'd be nice if everybody had a brain scan, but there's a lot of misdiagnoses out there, misinterpretations of things. So if you guys ever need help with certain relationships or whatever, I'm usually pretty good insight on where things are going. I know my neighbor just said, you were right, and I predicted what was going to happen. It was only a week ago, but what's your favorite type of fish? I don't even know what type of good fish is. I had swordfish, which I guess I'll admit was okay. I used to really like tuna casserole. Camp Tamarack. Any of you guys go to Camp Tamarack? We went there with the school. I'm not Jewish. It was a Jewish campground, if I remember correctly. But they had really good tuna casserole. But our school would go there, and it was kind of cool. And I still remember. Do you guys remember a Tamarack Goat? That song? I know it. Maybe I'll sing the Tamarack Goat for you one day. Got my karaoke machine. Just ordered a bunch of light shows, so you'll have to see what I'm doing to the sunroom. It's going to be kind of cool and funky. Have you ever gone big fish hunting? I don't know, fishing? I say it wrong. And also with deer. I always say, did you catch one or something like that instead of get one? You love lionfish. Oh, lionfish. They have 32 sharp spikes. They have no natural predator. Lionfish. I teach about lionfish and goblin sharks. Goblin sharks are cool. They got that translucent skin. They get their coloring from the blood that's underneath. They have that projectile jaw. It is the fastest jaw in the world. I gotta remember, what is it? It goes like 10 feet within less than a second or something. 10 feet. The goblin shark is really cool. It has those electroreceptors in that snout. They have really good eyesight. They are bioluminescent a little bit, which they glow. Almost all animals, because of the bacteria on their skin. We even glow more when we don't take a shower. So, have you guys ever seen somebody glow? If you go to really lit up with the black lights, the fluorescent lights, sometimes you'll see people glow with bacteria, or sometimes it's dust. But what's your favorite thing about the lionfish and the goblin shark? I thought it was really interesting. The lionfish has no predators, and they're venomous. So you definitely don't want to touch them. You can get paralysis, sweating, nausea. But the goblin shark, we've seen less than 100 of them. We've seen some around California, I think several by like Thailand, or in that area. I get my sharks mixed up, but the megamouth, we've seen around 50, and I think the goblin shark only about 500. They're part of the Mitsukurundi family. So yeah, I definitely teach about the goblin shark. They got a lot of fins, a lot more fins than pectoral and dorsal and caudal and fin after fin after fin. So I got a challenge for you guys. What do we call a baby shark? What do we call a baby shark? You got. Um, if your frilled sharks are also amazing since they lived. I don't believe they lived to. I thought they only lived. Oh, I have it in my class. I teach so many sharks. It's either like 25 to 60. I don't think they're prehistoric. I don't think they lived to 500. Too bad I'm at my new place. I don't have my internet. Otherwise, I'd pull it up real quick for you guys. I want to say it's like 25 years. Might be 60. Um, yeah, most sharks don't, but they've been around forever. They've been throughout time. They've been along a long, long time. The frill shark is pretty cool looking. It's got that funky teeth, and it definitely looks probably the most prehistoric. It has a fatty liver, which helps keep him afloat. What's my favorite shark? I like the megamouth because I'm 6'1" and I can fit in his mouth. Or not the megamouth, the megalodon. The megalodon, but that one's extinct. But the megamouth is pretty cool. Bioluminescent lips, lights up. Prey just goes right in there. I'm still learning about the different kinds of sharks. The goblin shark is cool. So did anybody answer what a baby shark is? You got to answer pretty quick because I'm about to tell you. What's yours? What is your favorite one? You were wrong. Oh, pups! Yes, I see it now. Yes, baby pup, do 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 do, baby pup. I do that in my class. Oh, thank you. You like my hair? It's all over the place. I appreciate that. Thank you. It was not a good day for my bangs. I'm getting some electrical work done at the house, so I went to blow dry my bangs in my bedroom while I get the electrical in my bathroom fixed, and it didn't work out. And then I went in the bathroom and I tried to turn. I only brought my straightener with me, not my curling iron, and it didn't heat up. When I plug something in, it turns on the overhead light. And the overhead light has a fan, so it didn't heat up my heating hair thing. But thank you. It's getting long. I don't know. I want to do a mermaid thing this summer. I like the black tip. Oh, somebody mentioned that. I need to make a class on that. I'm glad you brought that up. It's a great shark marvel. Oh, okay. Is it just like the Kraken where it's not real? Is that what it is? Because people have talked about it, and I've kids. So sometimes they want what is it? The T-Rex and the Adominus Rex. I have to tell them that's not a real dinosaur. I can't teach on that. You're welcome. So yes, baby pup. A little bit of trivia here and there. So Skywolf, Everyday Marvel, of course you would know. So Everyday Marvel, you would know, I'm assuming. Is that a character or is that a real type of shark? So you were at the beach once with the kids, you babysat, and there was a shark in the water. I bet you never acted so fast in your life. Yeah, I bet. Oh my goodness. That's scary. I dated a guy down in Florida, and he was telling me about like the sharks, and you could see him as we flew in. Also, my daughter was with me, and we're in the in the water, and all of a sudden he's like telling my daughter, like, go to shore, just go. And there's a shark in the water, like not too far from us. So good looking out for my kid. It's scary because they sometimes do come in close. Do you guys know the most dangerous sharks? Let's see what you guys know. You were at the beach. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Were you in either Florida or California? That's where I go. Or South Carolina. I got stung by a man-o-war jellyfish out there. And that hurt. I felt like a shark bit a chunk out of my thigh. It was about 75 stings. You can sit there and count them. That was extremely painful. You were South Carolina. That's where I like to go. I almost moved there. Well, I kind of did. I was in Greenville, Columbia, um, and Myrtle Beach. I it was a terrible, terrible experience. I was getting ready to move, and I was trying to find my place. So I drive down to South Carolina, and I'm like, I love it here, but it's kind of like today. It's a little cold, and so I'm like, I'm always cold. Like right now, I got on 3 sweaters and a jacket and a blanket and boots, and it's almost May. So I get cold really bad. So I drove down to Florida. So I go all the way from Michigan to South Carolina, stop, decide whether or not I'm going to get a hotel, and I decide to go on to Florida. So right before I get to Florida, I'm like, but you make more money in South Carolina because I had a sales business. So I go back, get to South Carolina, and I'm like, but you like the weather in Florida better. I went back and forth, and finally I was like, just pick. But literally, I drove for 3 or 4 days back and forth. I don't even think I got a hotel during that time. I just could not make up my mind, and finally, real tall tank. You, yeah. I went to the Atlantic Georgia Aquarium one time and they had a giant open tank of sharks. It's a really tall tank. Oh, I have some videos too when I'm teaching the kids. I'm like, what's going on here? And it's a female shark just completely engulfing, swallowing her mate because he ticked her off. It was in an aquarium. So, yeah. Could you imagine? Women don't do that to your mate. But yeah, they can. The new. That's where you live. Um, that would be cool to see. Everyday Marvel says, I haven't been there in a while, but the last time I went, it was really cool. Skywolf seems to want to go there. The new shark exhibit, I bet. Um, Skywolf, wait, which one? Skywolf, you're the one that's been there? Or the hammerheads are cool. They use their head to kind of get their stingrays. They have to swim at a 90-degree angle to cut through the water, and they're unique. I think, is it 360? They can see 360. They can see 360 degrees. And they have pups. Their babies are pups. Yeah, lots of facts I gotta remember. Yeah, I've been to the Georgia Aquarium. Oh my gosh. I haven't been to an aquarium in a long time. I just taught a class on the beluga whale. There's some creatures that can live well in these different aquariums and others don't do so well. It was, which one was it? Was it, I want to say it was a shark or a whale. It only lived like 3 months. Some of them, was it? I can't remember. This summer I'll remember all the facts because I teach again. I haven't been teaching that much online because I've been in the school. So we have like another 5 or 6 weeks. So yeah. But let's see, what's my favorite shark? I don't know. I think it's cool. Some of the things that they can do. My neighbor was watching National Geographic yesterday about the octopus, and that's a fascinating creature. They can, as long as their beak can get through, their little hard mouth can get through, they can even, the giant red Pacific octopus, which I believe is 500 pounds. They only live about 5 years, though. That's one of the longest living ones. But sharks can live a long time, and it's fascinating that they have survived some mass extinction events. And there is one in Chicago. I haven't been to the Chicago Aquarium. There's one in Detroit area, I believe, that I wanted to go to. And I think you can walk through like a tunnel, you can walk under where all these sharkies are. But just definitely keep them well fed. Would you guys want that job to scuba dive in there and clean out the tanks? I have some videos too where a guy's just in there and a lemon shark was right by him. But uh, there's the zebra shark. He changes from a zebra-looking thing to kind of like a spotted brown and white thing, tan and white thing. So over time, I think the octopus is really cool though on how they can kind of camouflage, change color, puff their bodies up, make themselves like the mimic octopus can make himself into a different looking sea creature. It was such a great movie. You should watch it. Which, um, yeah, I don't really watch. What's the name? Tell me what the. Now, Jaws I won't watch if that's what you're talking about. You were fascinated by the cephalofoil of the hammerheads and how it detects anything in the sand. That is fascinating. Yeah, they can just sense it out. Has those electroreceptor type things. Echolocation. You're scared to watch Jaws because I'm afraid that I'll get too scared and go into the ocean again. That's why I haven't watched it. They used to have pool parties where you get like kind of like something like my place. You just kind of open up, have some small kiddie pools. You sit on a raft and have it projected onto a large screen or a home. I would not want to, or floating out on, something like my property and watching Jaws. No way. Some people were traumatized for life. Such a great movie. You should watch it, Marvel. I just love the water too much, I guess. I do too. Lemon sharks, they are cute. I like the way they hunt too. They are cute. They're very non-aggressive, we'll put it that way. Jaws, 47 meters down. The Meg was the Meg a terrifying movie. I have a couple gifs, little mini videos about them. I haven't watched it. 47 meters down, Unchained are all great shark horror thriller movies. Yeah, Jaws. Yeah, I don't know if I can watch those because I like the water too much, and I freak out if a piece of seaweed touches me or a fish. I'm scared of snapping turtles, so I haven't come out here yet to see if there's any snapping turtles. So far, it doesn't seem like there's snapping turtles in my water. I hope not. I'm happy that I feel there's no leeches. Leeches scare me. What is Stand By Me? Was that the one with the boy with they were going down the railroad tracks looking for a dead body and he gets leeches all over. Leeches scare me. No, thank you. I don't know what I would do. Calibri! Oh, it's been forever. Oh, so good to have you here. Calibri and I go way back. How are things going? This is my new place. I think I've been talking to you for a while about getting my new home. So I finally had the lake home that I wanted, and you guys are going to enjoy the summer with me. Yeah, a lot of adventures. I got like 16 swan here. I was just looking at two beautiful cardinals. Had some oriole birds here earlier. Skywolf says The Meg was an amazing movie about them finding a bunch of megalodons in the Mariana Trench, under the crust of the Mariana Trench. Under. It kept me on my toes and made my uncle scream, and he's very manly. Uh-oh, yeah, bring a manly man to tears. Oh gosh. So Skywolf is saying hi to Calibri and you're saying hi back. Good to have, yeah, this is the thing is thank you for your patience. My mom had some health challenges. I've been moving. I also started a new job, which has a lot more responsibility, creating, not recreating, creating lesson plans. And I've also been tutoring during the week, saving up for this house, moving, all that stuff. So I have not been able to do as much. So I'm hoping if you guys will join me, show me that support, and I'll be here a lot more for you guys. I would like to do this daily for you guys. I just want to quit my job and spend time with you guys. How's that? But make like $200 every 4 months from YouTube, so it helps show the love, help it grow. And I want to talk about demon faces, demon face syndrome. Have you heard about that? That's something. Thank you very much, Marvel. And I hope you guys don't mind if I give you nicknames just so I can read a little bit quicker. But thank you very much. How many times do I go live? I love hearing you. You like hearing me talk. You draw and do crafts. I was an art teacher last year. I had a costume business. I do crafts too. And maybe I was gonna. I have like a. I don't know if it's a storm shelter, tornado shelter type thing, but it needs to be painted. Maybe I'll do that. Do a little painting while we talk. I'm teaching until the end of May, so I'm still in the process of moving. I've been going back and forth across state and everything too. Um, about the house. Yes, I got it. So thank you. Yes, I followed what you were saying. Um, but I will go live depending on the support. You show me support, I'll go live every day. Um, I will try as much as I can. That's all I can say right now. I would love to do it every day. And Calibri, you're still here. How often was I going? Was I just going on the weekends or 3 days a week? Um, some of these chats end up being like 4 hours. I think they cut it off at 4 hours, but we were just chatting away. And I'm in Eastern Standard Time, and a lot of my viewers are in Pacific time. So to accommodate for them, maybe getting off work, I go a little bit later, and it just got to be, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I had to wake up. So this summer will be good though. This summer will be good. I'll go live. I might do some polls, or you guys can share right here, even if it's after live. This is will record, so you can let me know what times are good for you in the summer, or if it's seasonal, because just helping each other. I love the live chats because we, can get some real time, whether it's advice or support or horror stories about sharks. But it's uplifting, motivational, and there's so much that I've been researching and insight on um, just people. How do we grow from what we went through? How do we handle different situations? Um, what is real and what isn't? Because with AI, also, political agendas, just people trying to get their way, salespeople talking a certain way. There's training on how to get somebody to do what you want. So we have to be careful. I did notice a lot of narcissists, a lot of their traits are just natural. We say they're master manipulators, but they have learned, whether it's just the way that they act or learned traits, but they make you feel a certain way. I remind you of a teacher you used to have about 8 years ago when you were 9. Her name was, that's me. Hi, honey. Just kidding. Uh, the vignette, divini, divine nights, divine nights? Is that how you say it? And she looks exactly like you and was such a people person. Yeah, I'm definitely a people person. I know I'm probably divine nights. Divine nights? Um, interesting. I guess I look like a couple people. I walked into a place and this one lady thought I was, I think, what was her name? Julie, a Julie, and the girl ended up getting married. She's like her new life. They have multi millions. I was like, oh, it's not me, but it was neat to see her Facebook picture. So I hope I bring some warm, happy thoughts to you. Just connecting with some of your childhood memories. So divinettes, 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 divinettes. I hope I said that right. Divinettes. Interesting. Well, good. I hope it brings some warm, happy things. This is weird. As the sun's going down, I think the light maybe it's picking up my porch light. Um, So thank you for sharing that. I like stories like that. And that's one thing, sometimes when we're feeling all alone, like, this, why did this happen to me? Like, you know, um, there's other people that this has happened to. And just the fact that another human can look like another human, it kind of tells you there's some similarities between people that we might not necessarily know. Good. I'm glad I did. LOL. You even had me for a second. Ah, wouldn't that be wild? Like, no, honey. And you forgot to turn in your homework. That's great. I love hearing that. Maybe I just had the teacher look because I am a teacher. And as long as I keep the narc screen red flags cheat sheet on, then I will be able to discern what they're doing. Yeah, this is the thing. Yes, definitely keep that narc screen up, but sometimes we have to be careful because sometimes red flags aren't red flags, and they seem like it. We might miss out on good people. Um, so we have to be really careful that we're not projecting, but also misinterpreting certain things. But yeah, definitely keep that screener up. Kind of like when I teach English as a second language, I had to do a screener where I had to screen to see where they are in their English proficiency. So don't just take it as a red flag, throw the person out, but take it as where are we at? What am I dealing with? That's a better way to put it. What am I dealing with? And if somebody's not willing to meet you, flashbacks of me forgetting my homework ensues. Well, this is a trauma-based um, channel, so I can help you with that. That's how I keep my customers. I re-traumatize you. I'm just kidding. I see the smiley face, so I don't think I really traumatize you. Dies of suffocation from laughter. Thanks, Merv. Kalibi says it's a matter of observing behavioral patterns. I'm glad you said the word patterns. Patterns makes a huge difference. Sometimes we have a bad day. You're not fast to judge, but I will give that person enough time. Yeah, they hang themselves. And it you get insight too on there, like, yeah, this happened with my buddy and this is what I did, that maybe they didn't do it to you, but it shows their characteristics. And there was an Arabic phrase and also a Gandhi phrase. I'm Christian, but this is some good insight. But one was like squeezing a lemon. I'm sorry, an orange. So you're squeezing this orange. What's going to come out? Orange juice. Nothing else is going to come out. That is what is inside. You agitate it, you squeeze it, it turns it into where it can spew out. So no matter how hard you squeeze it, no matter if you turn it around, what's inside will come out. And I can't remember the Arabic phrase. But something like putting pressure on, you're going to get the insides out. So it deals with, under pressure is when a lot of us see the true colors of people. How do they handle things? Now, if somebody cries or something like that, they might just have some coping skills that, haven't been fully developed. I cry. I cry when I'm frustrated. But, when they spew such anger, and I do want to know if you guys have heard of that demon face syndrome. It's this new syndrome. Where are we at? A lot of things are turning into syndromes and mental illness, and it's almost like with autism, almost everybody has it. So does that mean it's normal to have it? Um, uh, I did it. I looked at. Is it 1 in 36 now? I can't remember. It's at least 1 in 67. Um, how many people have autism? It was 1 in 67. I remember seeing a sign. It was like 1 in 196. Is that we're testing more? But the demon syndrome. I was watching this one guy. You have autism. That's something that maybe you can help us. The people that I know that have autism. Um, Fascinating people, and they are so diverse, but a lot of them are extremely intelligent. Some have some pretty major challenges. There was a girl named Rosie. She had autism. but she wasn't able to speak. And they gave her some devices to help her, but she just couldn't communicate. And just a brilliant mind. So some of them will communicate differently, connect differently, or see things differently. So they can get some trauma from mainstream individuals because they're seen in the wrong light. So that's what I'm talking about, red flags, where maybe you didn't have eye contact with somebody, that people will see you as rude, and you're not being rude. It's just the way you process things or where you're comfortable. So um, I'm glad you're here. I am glad you're here to help support the channel. Maybe share some of your stuff or give some insight or ask questions too. Um, we're all different. Each and every one of us has some traits that are special, but there are times that we can't always be the hero. We have to know our limitations and our position. Just like medical emergency, I can help on certain things, but I can't help on others. If somebody has a brain tumor, for me to cut into them is not going to save them. It's not going to save them. For me to do open heart surgery on someone is not, I'm not qualified. I can't do it. It would actually do more harm to the person. So, if your loved one isn't within your capabilities, maybe they do need outside help. There are times, some relationships could be saved, but a lot of times that narc during the devaluation stage is terrible. So your challenges are math. Oh, you have dyscalculia. I have a cousin with dyscalculia, and that's where what is it? You see the word, like dyslexia, you see letters written kind of wrong, or you're missing parts of it, but the dyscalculia is you see kind of jumbled up numbers, or it's math related. And there is it the actual numbers, or the numbers like flip and superimpose. So 65 looks like 56 to you. You often go mute or stutter, but my strong suits are science and English and learning about sharks and your favorite video game, FNAF and Minecraft. And you have ADHD. More and more people are coming. Were you, Marvel, did you find out in adulthood or childhood? Yeah, my son's going down. I just ordered some lighting for out here. A lot more people are becoming diagnosed in adulthood, and they're saying that, some of the things that they've gone through, traumas from people misunderstanding, but, when we understand ourselves better, um, we can help ourselves. We can also make wiser choices, and let's see, they flip and seem like jumbled up letters, as if like Egyptian hieroglyphics. That's interesting. Yeah, because my cousin had to change his major. He's doing really well now, but math was definitely a struggle for him. So, do you guys feel people misunderstand you? Because that's the one thing that's pretty frustrating, is when people don't quite understand. Communication is so important, and that's why, a good family base is nice. At least we have some place where it's safe to express ourselves very often. Okay. Huh. Was probably frustrating, and sometimes that is like, oh gosh, now it brings it to a different level of like, how do I handle this when I didn't know how to handle it before? Or we try to express ourselves, or we try to tell people, hey, I just need that, and communicate this way, and then they get impatient or they don't understand it. You have 12, 13, so middle. I was 12 to 13. Okay, so around middle school. Okay, interesting. Skywolf says, I try to communicate with my family about these things, and like they love me, but sometimes they don't understand me. That's hard, yeah. Are they trying to understand you? You say, which is understandable with such a complicated issue. Um, yeah, uh, I can understand that. Um, yes, good. Yeah, if they're at least trying, that makes a huge difference. Because none of us want to feel abandoned or that we're a burden on someone. Somebody truly loves you, they're not going to see it as a burden. Um, just remember when we get anxious to still be kind, express ourselves the right way. And you say, they take the time and help me with my issues. Um, can I ask what one of your biggest struggles are? I know sometimes people with ADHD struggle with like time blindness or kind of like organization with your little dump piles all over the place, getting frustrated or double checking things. Um, yeah, it's like if we understand people and give them some grace, uh, you know, where it's a two-way street. Sometimes for the struggles you're going through, you want your family to understand, but we also have to try to, even if we have ADHD or autism, to try to understand the other person. And sometimes it just comes down to asking them, like, look, I don't want to frustrate you. How can I make this easier on you too? Or can we do this together, figure out a plan? Um, so it sounds like you have a good family. That's good. Sometimes in the workforce, um, it's hard, but yeah, we're all just trying to make it out there in this world. So it's starting to get dark. I got to finish unloading my car and getting ready for the day tomorrow. But please like, subscribe, share this if it helps someone, and keep showing the love and support so we can keep doing more live videos. And I'll see you in the next chat. I'll log off for now. I'm still trying to disconnect. So sleep well. I will see you guys again soon. I don't know how to log off. This is a different phone. All right, let's try it. Bye, guys. Sleep well. You can't log off. Bye, guys.